Hello everyone, skip to the timestamp on the screen right now if you don't want to listen to my soppy speech and thanks and all that kind of stuff. To begin, I'd like to say I'm very sorry and thank you. For the sorry first, it's been a very chaotic last few weeks and I've wanted to upload, I really have, but whenever I go to make a video, life throws something in my way. I hope you all can forgive me for that. And for the second thing, thank you all so much for all the recent subs and lovely comments. We actually reached 700 subs yesterday and it truly means the world to me. I know it's cliche, but all you genuinely mean the world to me. YouTube is my biggest passion and I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you so much. A few key words are talked about when the discussion of Elden Ring pops up. Gameplay, difficulty and lore. And while there's certainly not any shortage of lore content on YouTube for Elden Ring, something I really don't see talked about a lot would be the concepts of Elden Ring. And while multiple concepts lie inside of Elden Ring, one stands above all others: family. Elden Ring is at its heart a game about a dysfunctional family. One way or another, whether through marriage or blood, basically every faction in-game is commanded by a member of the dysfunctional family that is Marika's children and husbands. And when you look at it like this, it leaves a lot of things solved. They are all bickering children, tripping over each other to get the toy that the other has, a good example being the shattering. And what happens eventually to everyone? We die. And while most of us will hopefully pass peacefully in our beds of old age, we ensure the Golden Lineage will never have this luxury, not in this life and not in the next. We kill every single one of them, save a few. Weak and strong, they all fall at our hands. Some more deserving than others. We kill Godric, the runt of the litter, Renala, the first wife of Radagon. We kill Radahn and Rykard, both children born of Renala and Radagon. We kill Mohg and Morgott, the twins born from the marriage of Godfrey and Marika. We kill Godfrey, we kill Radagon, we kill Malenia, so on and so on. We slaughter this family, one after the other. Do you notice the pattern though? That is the real question. We kill every one of them, every major boss is part of this family, yet a few still stand. And what's still yet to be released? Well, the DLC. The only members of this family that live yet are Miquella, Ranni and a few unidentified members. I'm going to talk about the unidentified members first. In Malekith's boss room, a giant mural of the Elden Ring can be seen, only this one has a lot more patterns connected to it. It's a common theory that other demigods, most likely of diluted blood, took shards of the Elden Ring. Something I actually discovered while making this video is the curious design of the middle of this unique Elden Ring. The middle part actually looks like a 2D double helix. Each molecule of DNA is a double helix, which relates to, well, life, family and bloodlines and the Golden Order of course, which is very important for the whole of Elden Ring. I do plan in the coming weeks to make a video fully on this, going in depth about the symbolism behind that image, so stay tuned for that I guess. Something that's always confused me though, since the release of this game, is why is this the only mural of this unique Elden Ring? My only explanation is Farum Azula is Dragon Lord Plaxidus' home. It was also the Elden Lord of its era. Perhaps this is what his Elden Ring looked like in his reign. It's hard to know really, but I have a feeling we'll find out in the DLC. Fingers crossed I guess. We do know that Godwyn's descendants do live on in people like Godric. Something we also know is that Godric isn't Godwyn's only descendant. The grafted scions are also of the Golden Lineage, only of very diluted blood, even more so than Godric. Perhaps one of these of the Golden Lineage obtained a shard of the Elden Ring, no matter how small, and elevated themselves like the furtive pygmy from Dark Souls 1. Hell, this could be the reason why the Elden Ring looks so different from the one in Farum Azula. Perhaps long ago before the Golden Order took over the world, well, perhaps a descendant took a fragment, well obviously a large fragment considering the differences, and elevated themselves. Now, that could make sense as well considering the DLC title is Shadow of the Erd Tree. The Erd Tree is symbolised a lot by the Elden Ring. Perhaps this shadow is more metaphorical in the sense of the shadowy remains of what was stolen long ago. Going on to Miquella, well he's the one that gave me this very idea, and let it click all into my head. It's a very common theory that Miquella will be the main villain in the DLC, and considering all the other previous bosses in previous games, I think it's fair to say we will kill him, taking the life of another one of this family. Now on to Rani. This part stumped me for a while, to be honest, until you think that she has already in a sense died. In the Night of the Black Knives, she killed her body and saved her soul, while Godwyn lost his soul but kept his body. So in a sense, she is already dead. It's a bit of a stretch, I know. The alternative is that we might get some kind of DLC where we fight Rani. I think that would be cool. The idea reminds me of Gwendolyn. You can either be part of his covenant or kill him. In fact, his newest video, he talks about how Malenia might still be alive. The reason being the Blooms, of the Sisters of Millicent. I don't think this is the case though, to be honest. I'm not a part of From Software's team, so I might be completely wrong. His reasoning is that the bloom outside of a boss fight isn't actually hers but one of Millicent's sisters. But I think this was probably Millicent's first bloom, her second being in Kaylee, and then her third in our fight with her, as prophesied in her incantation. As well, I think Mikola, who has lost the person he loves most, would be a much more complex and interesting character in the DLC. Another possibility lies in the Glomide Queen. A lot, and I mean a lot of info seems to hint at her being the third child of Marika and Radagon. If you want more in-depth lore regarding the Glomide Queen and the secret third child, I actually have a video on her which I will put at the end of the video. Perhaps we'll see her in the DLC. After all, the Glomide Queen is a shadow of the Erd Tree, being the being that once controlled and held Destined Death first. And don't forget, Destined Death directly opposed the Golden Order's, order. This is all speculation, please remember. Nothing is certain, and that's what I love about the Elden Ring lore, and just From Software's lore. Nothing is concrete. There's different points of view, and that's what makes it so special, but please don't take everything I say as complete facts, because it isn't. Sadly everyone, this is the end of the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. On the screen now should be the video I was talking about just, and my playlist of 30 From Software lore videos. Dig in and I hope you enjoy them. Right everyone, goodbye, and may you all find your worth in the waking world. Goodbye everyone.